Ooh. Oh, I just popped my neck so good. How's it going, y'all? Today is Friday. And instead of a back day, it's a chest day, right? Didn't post yesterday. I had another rest day. Not only because the gyms were closed. I was in Huntington, right, with my family, and I had to do 4 Thanksgivings yesterday. I hate how everyone loves to do the stuff at the same time. But also, in Huntington, every gym that I could have gone to was closed. And the only gym that was open was in Fort Wayne, and we did not go to Fort Wayne yesterday, right? So I technically had to go 3 Thanksgivings because there was one up here, but we weren't able to go because of time and everything. So instead of doing legs, I'm going to take it as a rest day, and I just did abs. So instead of leg day yesterday, which was supposed to be back actually, or chest, I mean, today's chest day. I'm going to use that as a rest day and only do legs 1 time this week, and then do back tomorrow and then legs on Sunday, right? I'm not going to complain, but there's definitely no more rest days this week. I already taken 2. Right? I usually only take 1, but 2 a week is fine every now and then for me personally. I don't mind it. It gives me a little bit more recovery. And I have those slight injuries still. My neck, like 98% back. Still 2% kind of like little pain somewhat. And then my lower back pain around my tailbone, I don't really feel it anymore, but I'm still probably around 98% still. So 2%, 4% total still injured, but not gonna complain about that. But on the terms of the lift today, I don't know how this dude's running outside with shorts on and a hoodie on, dude. It is 33 degrees outside. It has snow on the ground. It is cold. Every time I go outside, I'm freezing. Because, I mean, I'm wearing really light stuff. So part of that's me. But at the same time, it's just cold, bro. It's just cold. But, yeah. So, in terms of lift, for chest, incline bench with some flies. And then some... Yeah, honestly, that, really. Just incline bench and a fly. Probably. And then maybe another... pressing, I don't really know, man. I don't know what I want to do. I'm kind of hyped though. And then triceps, normal push downs with some overhead something, and then yeah, I don't know, man. We're gonna have to figure it out, kind of as we keep going on with our day, you know, just kind of getting the groove with everything, you know. Kind of get what I want to do when I'm there, you know. Ooh, big jump. But, shoulders, maybe not. I might do, like, side delts today, the rear delts tomorrow because I have back, or front delts today and side delts. I don't know. I got to figure that out. I have a bunch of time before I go to work. I still have to meal prep, though. So I don't have a bunch of time. But I got work at 5:15 today. And then it's 1 o'clock, so I got 4 hours and 15 minutes. So I have to take 25 minutes for my work. And then 45 estimated to cook and clean and all that, so I got about 3 hours total basically. So I have time to do what I need to do today. But yeah, probably do, like I said, we'll do probably some side delts today, maybe some front delt work, so some shoulder press and maybe some side laterals. But yeah, same as usual, man. So we'll get in there. Alright, so first move we got is a compound lift. It's going to be just the incline barbell press for the upper pec mainly. Make sure you either do this with a spot or on Smith machine so you can get some extra reps. But we trained in the 2 to 10 rep range for this. And we did 3 sets today total. And make sure when you're going down slow, make sure you get a deep stretch and get a good contraction at the top. Next, now we have is a pec deck for our middle lower chest. And we're going to be training around the 4 to 12 rep range, going from 2 to 3 sets. I did 3 sets today myself, but make sure you're training heavy for these. Keep your shoulder blades back and contract your shoulder blades together to get more chest activation. Scoot your butt farther up on the seat. And the last few reps, you can kind of lean forward a little bit. You'll get more shoulder, but you also get more upper chest activation when you do these, because those reps are a lot easier than if you just keep your shoulder blades back and doing the movement. Next, now we just have a flat press also for the middle lower pec. It's not, this machine directly isn't my favorite one. The one at Planet Fitness has to be, but this one in the beginning movement, you can kind of see it like goes out to like a stretch portion, but you know, it's still a good machine regardless. But train heavy with these because you're really stabilizing this movement. I did 5 reps and I did 2 sets. Now we just have a tricep push down. It's really good for the triceps. Always my first movement because I can go pretty heavy on these. Train around the 4 to 12 rep range for these. Make sure you're going heavy like I said in the beginning. Make sure you keep your elbows in when you're doing this. I did 3 sets of this today. And when you're doing it, the movement, like I said, keep your elbows in, but also at the top, you can go up a little bit because for one, I mean, it allows you to get a little extra reps at the end, but also just allows for good strength. Now we have another movement for the triceps. This movement, you really want to keep your elbows in or else you won't really feel the movement on your triceps, more just your chest. And train around the 4 to 10 rep range for these. I did 2 sets today. And that, like I said, that's the main thing, is just make sure you extend at the elbows and don't flare your shoulders or elbows out at all when you do this. Now the last thing we did for triceps today was just a katana extension. Just really good for unilateral movements. Just, you know, that means just kind of isolating each arm. Trained moderately light but heavy enough for these. So I trained around the 10 to 15 rep range for these, just getting a really good squeeze at the end range of motion, going slow and keeping everything tight on the way up. And I did 2 sets of these today. How's it going, y'all? The lift, why is that side so, there we go, jeez. The lift is done. Gotta say. Oh my gosh, my hair's so itchy. I gotta say though, 7.5 out of 10 lift. Right? Could have been better. Only reason why I say that is because in the beginning, on my incline bench, I was doing too wide of a grip, I think. And it felt fine, but the lift off, I like had to go a little extra. Like I should have got like a lift off from a person above, and it wouldn't have like made me reach forward. I didn't hurt my neck, I didn't hurt anything else, I didn't hurt my shoulders, but it felt kind of weird on like the shoulder-ish part, but I tried to like reach out a little bit more, but I was fine. But other than that, the lift was pretty good, but my hair is itchy because I was gonna mention it, because I don't want to just say my hair is itchy and make you guys think I have lice or something. But my hair is super itchy because I just got out of the sauna. I look red right now in the face, but yeah, it was a little 6-minute sauna session, so not too long. I just wanted to sweat and everything, but since it's so cold, I did the sauna at the beginning of my lift too, which all I do in there is I just wait. I was gonna put on my hoodie or whatever, but all I do for that is I just whatchamacallit, I just hang out in the sauna for a minute to warm my body up, and then I do my warm-up stuff, because the warm-ups for one are just to get your muscles ready, but also to warm up your body temperature too. Warm up, that's the whole purpose of that. It's mainly, like I said, just to get your muscles all ready and stuff, because you don't want to be super loose or super tight before you do anything. Well, maybe super loose might be fine, but you don't want to be like, you know, whatever not. So I can still see, because this hoodie's got holes in it, but I gotta find the head hole. There we go. Alright, so pretty much what I was gonna say though is the lift was great. I think tomorrow, me and a few of my buddies, maybe my girl and their girls, we're gonna go rock climbing at this one rock climbing place. And I gotta say, I'm pretty ready and intrigued for this. Yeah, I just gotta say that because I have not done rock climbing other than like the little things I had as a kid. like at parks or something. But at my elementary school, it wasn't like some rich elementary school or anything, but it was kind of big, and we had like a cool outside area. Like we had a basketball court and a rock climbing place, a little playground area, and everything. And they had rock climbing there, but I was never brave enough to get on that because my thought was always, because they have like the mulch stuff, and if you fell, you're falling straight on mulch, and that's not the hardest thing ever. Like, it's not concrete, but it's not bouncy material or anything. I mean, you might bounce, but you're not gonna feel like you bounced off of something soft. You're gonna feel like you bounced off the earth. You know what I'm saying? So I was never brave enough to attend over at that area. But you know, in my youthfulness days, I was always a kind of wander around on the playground and do imaginary stuff. And then it went to kickball, and then it went to basketball a little bit, and then it went to mainly kickball at the end. And dude, I was a solid kickball player, man. I remember I was always scared to play kickball. For one, I was a very fearful child, I'll tell you that. But I was always scared to play kickball because, for one, I wasn't that good, right? I always get my ball caught when I kicked it, and you know, whatever not. But then there was one day I caught a ball, and when I say I played kickball my 5th grade year, I only played it the last couple months of school, right? And I remember I caught a ball for the first time, wanted to keep playing it every day, and I did. And then 5th grade ended too early. I wish as a kid that I played kickball more as a kid, because that was a fun game, you know. And I wish there's probably leagues, but I'm not joining those. If I had to join a sports league, it would be for like a basketball league, because that's what I actually did for a sport, and I can still do. I haven't played in a couple of months, but you know, life gets in the way. So whenever you have those things, you can't prioritize the more fun hobbies, you know. But yeah, dude, there we go. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. But yeah. But on terms, like I said, of the lift, I can't complain about anything. Let me know if you guys want me to include my warm-up in there. I can tell you what it is. It's just it's a rear delt kind of flying like a cable. You can do one hand or two hands at the same time if your cables are close enough, because you don't want to be, for one, a dickhead and do like the fly variation, but like you're in the middle with the long cables, and you get more range of motion that way, because you look stupid doing cable flies on that. And also, it's not really needed. You can just do, like I said, one arm at a time. But then I do with the D handles, bit of these, bit of these, bit of these, and then I do some presses with the cables. It's all with the cables. And then, when I'm doing those flies, I incorporate my mid back and upper back. So I do like the flies still, but I focus more on my mid back, upper back, which you just go a little higher. And then I do rear delts, which you go a little bit lower, and then I do glats, which you go really low. So I get all like the back kind of things, because Phil Heath said, and I tried it out myself, and I do it every time now. If you warm up your rear delts and you get a pump or something in your rear delts, you get more stability on your lifts, like your chest pushes and stuff. And I gotta say, that's pretty true, you know. And also, I just like the feel of like the feeling of my back work. So like my mid back, upper back, rear delts, and lats, I love the way that feels when they're actually activated and working. So it's just a nice, fun, kind of awesome feeling too when I'm doing it. But also, it works in the long run of getting your chest more activated, having more stability, because that's one of the things that you need for a lot of movements, but especially chest in general, is if you don't really have stability, you're not going to hit your chest as well, right? That's why like a lot of people only use machines, which I think that's fine. I mean, if your point is to only grow, right, if you don't really care about anything else, like, you know, functional strength at all, which that's not my main purpose, that's not really what I'm thinking about a lot of times. But like, if you, I just think that you need free weights as well. But I mean, some people only want to use machines, so, but that's a reason why a lot of people, when they go to like Smith machine incline press to doing incline free weight press, they can't do it because their stabilizer muscles aren't good, and they're not stable on that bench doing it. So they're either going like, you know, doing it very weird, or they're like one side's going up faster than the other, and that's also because of imbalances and stuff, but it's also mainly because you have no stability because maybe one side's lower on the pad, and you're not stable, right? So that's why machines are great, because they give you stability and they give you a guided path. Like I said, there's a time and a place. Like a dumbbell fly is going to be 10 times better. A cable fly is 10 times better than a dumbbell fly. Not only because you get tension all the way through, but I think there's more stability, right? I mean, talking about the tension part, you get no tension. It's all right there. The weight's all right there in your hands when you're at the top, and you get that great stretch at the bottom. But when it goes to, cable flies, you get all the way tension. But especially if you're using like seated or, I don't know, like the standing thing I have on my back, that's more of a press when I do it. But I think that feels better than doing a dumbbell press, because for one, I have more stability, and two, it's on a cable press, right? Because like I said, the tension all the way through. The only thing I wish about that side back chest thing I do at the end, I wish it had more weight. I really did. Because if it had more weight and I could progressive overload on that, like if it didn't just go to 42.5 pounds, which it feels like a little more than that. It's probably like 60 or 50 in reality, because you know how all cables are, they have like different weights and everything sometimes, because like 99 pounds on one cable stack is 200 on another cable stack, so that one might be a little heavier or whatever not. But if it had more than like 42.5 pounds on it, dude, I'd include that in all my lifts for sure, because I don't do it in every lift, but also I just I just can't progressive overload other than reps, but I'm already getting over 15 reps most times when I do it. And after the certain point of like, okay, I've done 17, 18, 19, 20 reps, I don't want to do any more than 20 reps. That's kind of bonkers to me, because for one, I'm impatient, right? I don't like doing anything more than like really 8 reps, or I'm like, dang, this is like, I've been here for a while, right? Because I like to do slow tempo, but unless it's for pump work like that side back chest press like I'm just talking about just now, then I'm like, okay, I can do 15 plus reps over here. I don't mind it as much, but anything's over 20, it's like you're not really making any type of really significant gains from that, So that's why I wish, and if I could ever find something as good as that, or maybe the same thing but just more weight, I might just switch gyms in general for that. No, I love my gym right now. Iron Society, if you're watching this, I love your gym, homie. I don't know why I'm saying homie. I think you're a dude that owns a gym. I think because I can't say because you're a veteran owned, because that's, but like, I think, every time I think of a gym owner, I think of usually a guy, but, but, I mean, like I said, I didn't say it, but like I've said in the past, the main thing about the gym that you guys need to understand, I think you guys should understand, especially if you watch my videos a good amount, intensity is probably the most thing that you should prioritize if you want to gain muscle mass. Form would obviously is up there, and how many sets and reps you do, right? I mean, sets and reps aren't always the thing that you should like. I mean, there's no ideal rep range, right? Other than don't go more than 20 and don't go anything less than 2, right? If you go like 3 reps for 2 sets, I think you're still gaining muscle, because it's really the last 1-2 reps that really matter the most out of that whole set. Because say I'm doing a set of 12, the first 2 reps are the easiest, and the last 2 reps are the hardest reps, right? What do you think has more stimulation, and what do you think activates more muscle fibers? The more challenging rep range, right? Or the more challenging reps. So if you put 2 and 2 together, the harder it is, the more you're going to get out of it, because nobody grows from going really easy. You don't grow without challenges in life in general, right? I mean, a businessman isn't going to grow if he doesn't challenge himself to grow his business. He's not going to. He's going to be lazy, and he's going to start seeing decline in his revenue. Unless he's already made it to the top, then he could do whatever he wants, and that company's going to grow. But in the gym sense, You're not going to grow from doing 4x12 and not going to any sets to failure. I'm not going to say every set should be to failure, even though I just don't like to have RAR, which is reps in reserve. If you guys didn't know, I don't like to have that because it's like, I question this. How do you really know how many reps you have in reserve? I think that's kind of bonkers because some people say 0 to 3 RAR. Okay, you have 1 reps in reserve. How do you not know you had 2 reps in reserve, truly? Like, if you truly pushed yourself, how do you not know you had 2? Maybe even 3, if you really pushed yourself, right? That's why I say, always just go to failure. But if you want to, leave a couple sets where you're kind of not doing a warm-up, but you still leave, I hate using the RIR term because I just said I hated it, but if you truly knew that you had 2 more reps left in the tank, I'd leave maybe 1 or 2, right? That's it. That's anything more than that, you're kind of wasting your time. You're almost doing a warm-up set, but you're not. So you're just kind of fatiguing yourself, but not really gaining much out of it. I just think it's quite stupid, in my opinion. And that's me kind of just being blunt, kind of me kind of being dickish. But it's I just don't think that you truly know how much you can truly push yourself, because there's sometimes I'm like, man, I can't do another rep. And part of the time I'm scared because it's on the incline bench sets when I have 205 pounds and I did just 3 reps, right? I might be able to get a 4th, but I don't have a spotter. So it's do I really want to go for 4 and accidentally not get it and crush myself for 1, or 2, not have the strength to get it up, and then it goes down on my chest, slides all the way down my chest, and I get this big old red mark, or I get stuck. I don't know, whatever the possibilities may be, because I don't think I'm Sam Sulek. If I threw the barbell, I might get it, but I probably, me being unlucky, I'll probably get the edge of my knees and blow out my kneecaps, and that's not fun. Nobody wants to blow out their kneecaps. That's it's a weird thing. Nobody, and if you do, you're kind of weird. But yeah, I'm about home, y'all. But so we're gonna leave this episode here, video, whatever you want to call it. I'll call it episode, but whatever. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please keep striving for your goals and dreams, and whatever you want to achieve in life, please keep going. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Till next time, guys. Bye bye.